Hi, so as you can tell by the title of this video, I've decided to rejoin Slimming World. I first joined in April last year, April 2014, and I was still a member until just before I got married in September. So literally the week of the wedding I was still going to classes, but if I'm honest, I hadn't really been following the plan for a couple of months probably before that. I was still going to class and getting weighed, but I wasn't counting sins and I wasn't really doing anything to properly follow the plan. So I decided after the wedding to just take a bit of a break from Slimming World because I felt like I wasn't really in the right frame of mind to be doing it. Like I didn't feel motivated, or I didn't have like that drive to kind of actually stick to it. And I feel like, you really need to be dedicated to it in order for it to work, because I definitely, that the last couple of months before I got married, I was basically just like yo-yoing between like losing a pound, putting on a pound, and not really actually getting anywhere because I wasn't following it properly. And I know from people that I've seen in the class, and from my own experiences when I first joined, that if you do stick to it properly, you can actually see really good results. So I decided that I would take a little bit of a break, but then when I came back, I would go into it like full on. I would properly stick to it, write meal plans, count sins, go to the gym as well, and just really follow it 100%. So that is what's happening now. I'm going back to class tomorrow night. Tonight I've just done my food shop. So I have I haven't food to like make meals for a week. I haven't actually got like a full plan of all the meals I'm gonna make. I need to do that. But I have bought like, stuff that I know I can make good Slimming World friendly meals on. So I will show you in a second what I bought. Before I do that, I just want to kind of explain what the plan is for the next couple of months. So I want to do a Slimming World video every single week. I want to try and make them a bit different each time. So some weeks it might be a food diary, some weeks it might be a food haul like I'm about to do just now. Some weeks it might just be me talking about like my favourite meals, or people that I follow on Instagram and things that I find really inspirational. So I want to basically have something up every week that is Slimming World related, and in that video I will talk about my weigh-in that week. And hopefully that should keep me motivated, because when I did it before, when I was kind of filming food diaries and stuff, I found that those were the times when I was actually sticking to it. And I really like watching other people's videos where they're doing food diaries, or they're, doing weekly weigh-ins, because it's quite good for keeping you on track. So that is the plan. So if any of you are also doing Slimming World and doing similar videos, or you're writing blog posts, or just using Instagram, then let me know in the comments so I can come and follow you, because it definitely helps when you're all kind of working together and G'ing each other on. So I'm going to show you just now what I bought at the supermarket. So I went to Morrison's and Lidl. I used to buy everything from Lidl, like meat, veg, cupboard stuff, everything. But we right recently decided to stop buying meat from there. We didn't have any like really bad experiences, but we're just finding that it wasn't tasting great, especially the chicken. It really was quite tasteless and quite rubbery. So we decided to start buying meat from Morrison's or from other supermarkets, and trying to get like organic stuff where we can. But Lidl we get most of our other stuff from, all the kind of cupboard staples, most of our veg as well, and like household things like tin foil and all that. So most things we get from Lidl, but I tend to get all my meats from Morrison's because that's the closest supermarket to us. So I'm going to show you all the things that we got. So we're starting off with veg. I should say before all of this, obviously this isn't the first time I've ever been to a supermarket, so I do have some things in my cupboards already. Like I already have potatoes, I've already got a freezer with quite a lot of frozen veg in it, I've got cupboards full of tinned tomatoes and stuff. So this isn't me like doing a starter kit of Slimming World stuff. It's basically just me getting together stuff for a week's worth of food, but there is obviously some things in my cupboard already. Some of the things I got here, I've got some roast veg that I'm going to mix in with some pasta maybe. Got some sweet potatoes, some corn on the cob, frozen veg there as well, which is ideal because it doesn't go off obviously. Just a couple of other things as well. On to meat. So like I said, I got all of my meats from Morrison's. So we've got some fish there, there's some salmon, some scallops. There's also smoked salmon, which I'm planning on having for lunch with maybe some rice cakes on Philadelphia, using a bit of my Healthy Extra A. I've got some venison steaks. I don't actually know the sin value of these, I'll need to look that up. Same with those Chinese turkey breasts, they probably got some sins because of the seasoning. Just chicken breasts there as well, and some beef that I think I might do some sort of casserole with. Cupboard staples is next. So like I said, I already have quite a lot of stuff in my cupboards, but this is just the things that I didn't have. So I needed some new noodles, got some spaghetti there, some tins as well. So I've never tried tinned mushrooms before, but I wanted to give it a go and see if they taste okay, and if they do, then it means I don't have to keep buying fresh mushrooms. Yeah, I often end up throwing fresh veg away because I don't use it in time, which is terrible. Although hopefully now that I'm back to making really healthy meals and trying to eat as much veg as possible, that won't happen. Fridge stuff, I've got some Muller lights there. I like having them with lunch or as a little snack after dinner. They're free on Slimming World. Got some cheese there and some cream cheese spread, which I actually thought was just like Lidl's version of Philadelphia, but I now realise that it's slightly different, so hopefully it tastes okay. And then lastly, I just have some Sin treats. So I like buying little mini chocolate bars. They're usually like 4 or 5 Sins each, and then I can have one in the evening and it feels like you're getting some chocolate, but it's not too damaging on the Sin count. And then also some pistachios as well. You can have, I think it's something like 35 or 34 as your healthy extra B. So yeah, sometimes I'll have them as my little treat in the evening using my healthy extra B. If I'm not having like hi-fi bars or something. I was about to call them Wi-Fi bars there. It's been so long that I've done Slimming World that I've forgotten the name. So that is everything I've bought. Like I said, I'm going back to class tomorrow night, so I will add a little bit onto the end of this video, which kind of when I get back from class, just talking about my, going back and what my first weigh-in was like. I haven't been weighed since before the wedding, so I don't know how much weight I've put back on. I don't think I've put on a huge amount. But we'll find out tomorrow. And yeah, I'm going back as a completely new member, so I'll get like a new book, a new card and everything. I'm going to make sure as well this time that I actually stay to all of the classes, because that's something I didn't really do before. I would kind of every like 3rd week or something I would stay to the class, and the rest of the time I would just go in, get weighed and then leave. And I definitely found it was better when I stayed, because hearing other people's stories and getting tips from the consultant definitely help. So yeah, when I go back, I am doing it properly this time. I am staying to class, I am writing a food diary, I'm counting Sins every day, and there will be no cheating this time. I'm going to do it for real. So yeah, let me know if you're doing Slimming World too, and we can help keep each other motivated, because I definitely need some motivation. But yeah, I will add on a little bit tomorrow, so you will see how I got on at my first class. That's me back from my first class. It was quite good seeing a lot of familiar faces. Some people have done amazingly well since I was last there. There's one woman who has just passed her 7 stone award, which is amazing and very inspirational, obviously. So I am now signed up again as a brand new member. My weigh-in was like about 4 pounds heavier than I was pre-wedding, which isn't actually too bad, so I'm not really fussed about that. But either way, it doesn't matter. I'm starting as a completely new member, so it's drawing a line under everything I did before, and it's a completely fresh start. So I've got a new book with my new target in it. Picked up the latest magazine, and I've got 2 of the new hi-fi bars to try as well. Toffee apple and chocolate orange. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting properly into my first week, and I will see you next week with my first weigh-in and a food diary, hopefully.